Hello, this is Suny and I am on my way to my second Pro Tour. The way that I qualified for this was a bit convoluted and a bit accidental, so after going to my first PT I had an absolute fantastic time. So I spent the next year trying to go back. I traveled to about 12 GPs. Was not quite successful enough at them, although I did get some nice cash finishes. But I didn't top 8 or go 13-2 or whatever to qualify for the PT. I didn't win any PTQs. So I was like, okay, that was fun. I'm ready to move on with, whatever comes next in my life. I did manage to get bronze level. So that qualified me for a bunch of RPTQs. Didn't do well at the RPTQs. And 12 months had passed, and I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to go do something else now. However, fate had other plans for me, so I was still qualified for one RPTQ, and I was just going to phone it in because I wasn't really playing Magic anymore, so I picked up a red deck and actually did really well at it. I just kept on winning. I went 5-1 in the Swiss, top 8. There are 2 invites for the PT up for grabs, so I won my quarterfinals matchup, and I lost in the semifinals. Now, that means that I was 1 win away from the PT, which was closer than I had been the entire year that I was actually trying to qualify. Anyway, the consolation prize for making it to the essential finals of the PTQ is just that you get qualified for another PTQ. Like, great. I already have basically quit Magic. I was phoning it in for this RPTQ. I'm not really looking forward to doing it again. So the next RPTQ is Modern, which I don't really play, and I don't particularly enjoy. Then Caroline Kavanagh said, you should play Tron. Tron's great. Tron is life. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll do that. That sounds like fun. We spent one night streaming just a couple of Tron leagues. I think we went like 8-2 in the Tron leagues or something like that. Maybe not that good. Maybe 7-3 or something like that. But I was like, okay, we'll play this on Saturday. That's the only experience I had playing Tron. Sure enough, Saturday on the RPTQ, online RPTQ, 99 people for 8 slots rather. So roughly 1 in 12 makes it. I started off doing pretty well. I think I was 5-1 going into round 7, and I'm playing the Tron Mirror, and sure enough, my opponent has the turn 3 card in both games, and there's just nothing I can do. And that was my winning in. If I had won that, I would have been in the top 8 and qualified, and if I didn't, well, then no top 8, no Pro Tour. Or actually, I thought there was one more round remaining. But I still thought that my breakers would be bad enough that I wouldn't qualify. Turns out there wasn't one more round remaining. Turns out my breakers were amazing. So I got 8th place on breakers. It was quite the lucky break, in addition to playing in a tournament with a deck that I'd only played, 10 matches with. So yeah, that's how I qualified for this PT. Quite an accident. I haven't been playing Magic since that qualification. In fact, I've barely prepared for this event. More on that later. But I have a lot of friends going, and I'm really looking forward to meeting up with them, and it should be a lot of fun. The first PT was a total blast. I think there's a reason why people try so hard in order to qualify for these, because it's just a ton of fun, and I'm really looking forward to my trip. So, yeah. Here we go. Off to the PT. Round 2. Oh, sorry. Mythic Championship. My mistake. One of the things I'm most excited about going to this PT for is the playmat. I mean, getting a Pro Tour playmat is one thing, but for the last PT, I actually went around and got everyone's signature I could, and it ended up being really cool. And I'm really looking forward to doing that again, just getting as many signatures as I can on a PT playmat. That playmat that I have is one of my most prized possessions as far as anything Magic goes, and I have 3 new Sharpies just for the cause. So I mean, I guess this is going to be posted after the fact, but really looking forward to running into all my friends and having them sign this because it's going to look amazing. the first time that I'm going to be drafting this set is round 1 through 3 of the Pro Tour. So we'll see how that goes. My expectations are pretty low. Honestly, I think that, I mean, just playing competitive Magic, I guess I'm kind of burnt out on it. So if I don't do too well at this one, I'm not too disappointed. If I can make day 2, I'll be ecstatic. That's a 4-4 record on the 8 rounds of day 1. My constructed deck is terrible. It is the most embarrassing pile of cards that I have ever registered for anything, but I really think it's my best option because I just don't know the format at all. I'm playing mono red with risk factors, and that card is so bad, but it can get the job done. So anyway, we'll see how well the tournament goes. I wouldn't be surprised to go 0-5. If I can day 2, that would be really cool. And if I can pick up some mythic points, I can, you know, boast that I've picked up some actual mythic points. Alright, I am in downtown Cleveland. Just heading to a supermarket to get some breakfast for the next few days. Because I want to just eat cereal and not, you know, spend a ton of money on it. Flight over was delayed, which is annoying, but talking to some of the people that I'm coming with, sounds like, you know, if people are playing the right decks, my deck might not be terribly positioned, which is kind of cool. So let's hope that that impression I'm getting is correct and just not totally a farce, because let's face it, this deck is, oh man. Here is my deck. 19 mountains, bunch of really bad creatures, and a bunch of lightning bolts. Hopefully it's good enough to get there. Here's my sideboard, where you'll see cards that are often featured in the main deck of this deck, but I chose to put them in the sideboard. Yeah. So if I can win any matches with this, I think I'm going to be pretty pleased. Have to be there at registration at 8 in the morning. That's going to feel like 5. We're getting up at 7, which is going to feel like 4. This will be fun. If I keep on saying it, it might be true. It is the morning of the Pro Tour Mythic Championship, my bad, sorry. We're walking through downtown Cleveland to the convention center. It's cold, as one might expect in Cleveland in February. Looks like we've got, oh, that was just a sign for the Lion King. It's not zooming in. There we go. Some of the sights and sounds of downtown Cleveland. We just walked by the baseball stadium. Hey, what's up, Isaac? Eric? Yeah, Max is here too. It's his first Pro Tour. All of our first Mythic Championship. I'm excited. You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to drafting this set. I mean, all the drafts I've done up until this point have been on Magic Arena, so like it'll be interesting to see how it plays out in real life. I don't know, just planning on staying open. Alright. Can't wait to get the Pro Tour swag and trophy. Meet and then the Pro Tour trophy as well. And meet up with everyone. Alright, we just registered for the PT, and an hour before we are doing a draft of practice. This is my first time opening a Ravnica Allegiance booster pack. So let's see what we have.
Seriously?
I can't do this with one hand, but like this card seems nice to go deep on. Anyway, I'm not going to alert everyone to my strategy, but we'll see how the deck ends out after this. Alright, here's how my deck turned out. I think it's good. People are telling me that's pretty good. Looks like an Orzhov control deck with some pretty good late game. Also have a bunch of filler cards, such as that Vizkopa Vampire that I just didn't put into the pile because I didn't feel like it. We're not actually playing any games, which is kind of sad, but I don't know. Tournament's starting in 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure that if I get this type of deck for the tournament, I'm going to be pretty happy. Alright, draft one in the books. I was in a pod with Jacob Wilson, Pat Cox, and Yoel Larson, so 3 names that I recognize, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think my deck's pretty good. I think that Jacob was in the same deck that I was. and he was sitting next to me, so that was not so good for pack 3, but I think my deck turned out pretty solid, and I'm excited for it. Alright, let's see if I can score some actual wins at the Mythic Championship. Alright, here's my first deck of the Mythic Championship. I went 2-1 with it, unfortunately. I thought the deck was pretty solid, but unfortunately I played against Budikov, who I passed an insane deck to. And, yeah, I mean, I passed him multiple rares in red, and he took them and beat my face with them, and then I lost an unfortunate one to Pat Cox. I mean, if I can get back here and draft again tomorrow, I'm happy to play a deck like this, but now I gotta go 3-2 in Constructed or better, and knowing my deck, oh man, that's gonna be a tall order. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys soon. Sure. Alright, 3 more rounds in the books, and I am 2-4, and so is Max. 2-4. Yeah, 2 more wins than I thought I was going to get all weekend. So that's cool. Yeah, I mean, if we win the next 2, then we're into day 2. If not, I don't know, I'm going back to the room and sleeping. What are you doing if you...
Am I doing? I don't know. 7:30 Legacy?
Alright, you've got things to look forward to. Excellent. Yeah, I want to match with my constructed deck. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, pairings have just been posted, and we're going to go to round 7. Alright, need to win the next 2. Alright, I have been eliminated from Mythic Championship number 1, 2019. Yeah, I battled back all the way to 3 and 4, but then lost in game 3 against a kindly British gentleman. I mean, I don't feel too bad about that. I lost against Esper 3 times, which is kind of weird because I think that matchup's actually not bad, and I tech for it by having the risk factors. I won all 3 game 1s anyway. But, yeah, that's fine. I don't think I could play the GP tomorrow. It doesn't actually interfere with my Sunday required tournament for Magic Online in order to actually get my prize money. But that's cool. I'm just not interested in playing a sealed GP for a format that I've, barely played. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Looking forward to hanging out with a lot of people for the rest of the time here, and yeah. I hear there's 2-headed giant events tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do those. That sounds like fun.
Hi.
Wait, okay, now you're live.
Oh, man. Not fair, I was doing a good job.
I am here with the Mighty Linguini, aka Caroline. She is the one who carried me to this PT. Her coaching is amazing.
My unlimited supply of coaching. Like,
yes.
Happened multiple minutes.
Yes, multiple minutes. Also, John Stern is here. We need to get him in a picture at some point. She also carried him to the PT. So if you need someone to carry you to the PT, she's the person to go to.
Specifically a modern event.
Yes, and I hear there's one tomorrow.
There's a modern PT coming up.
Anyway, what are your plans for tomorrow?
I'm gonna play the GP.
All right.
Gabby and I are gonna play.
All right,
Gabby
exciting.
has to play from round 1.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I'll come around round 3.
Yeah, we'll all be cheering her on though, right?
Yeah.
We can all just cheer her on.
You can go for breakfast.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can eat breakfast while Gabby does it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So Max and I are going to go get some loser dinner. So hopefully we can drown our sorrows in something. All right. Here we are, the consolation dinner. We got barbecued brisket and lamb ribs. I am looking forward to this a lot. Yeah, this will do. Alright, day 2 of the Pro Tour. Walking over to the convention center now. Obviously I'm not playing in day 2. I think I'm just going to spend most of the time hanging out at the GP. I actually saw that they're having on-demand Battlebond 2-headed giant drafts, and that actually sounds like a lot of fun, so I might try to do one of those. Modern PTQ is at 3 p.m. I don't want to decide as to whether or not I actually want to do that. So, we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. I hear that Gabby has no buys, so she has to battle it out from round 1. So it's, I think they're starting deck building right around now. So I'm looking forward to cheering her on during that process.
5 seconds. Draft. Shuffle and pass 13 cards to your left.
Alright, one two-headed giant draft in the books. This is Something Music, my two-headed giant partner. DJ and I have been friends since college, that's where we met. And we teamed up for a pretty insane battle-bound tournament involving a board sweep. What else happened? Someone drawing 6 cards at some point and gaining a ton of life. There was
Very confused.
Yeah, this was TJ's first time playing Magic, but it was a lot of fun. I love Two-Headed Giants. Those are crazy games. It's just like the number of possibilities in a Two-Headed Giant game just like open up dramatically. Anyway, we are going to go get food. What's the place called again?
Ohio City Burrito.
Yeah, so that's where we're eating. We're also taking orders from a few people still playing in the GP and unable to grab food at Jimmy John's and Chipotle. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this eating experience. Maybe I'll turn the camera back on. And Two-Headed Giant was great. Oh, one more thing. In the thrill of the moment of playing Two-Headed Giant, I missed the start time for the modern PTQ. I'm not too disappointed, so whatever. I had a blast. The Swiss rounds of the Pro Tour are over, and there is somebody I know who might be in the top 8 of this one, so I'm very excited to hear the excitement. The announcement. I'm sitting here with Pancake, Raptor, Gabby, Cheon, Kane. This is BK's back.
BK will do it. We can just do
Pat beat me in one of the rounds. Yeah, it is.
You can do a finals.
Can't wait.
In 8th place with 37 match points. From the United States, Luis Scott Vargas.
We're walking to dinner. Fortunately, it's only a half mile away, but I kind of wish I had long hair so you could see me connected to it. Alright, day 3 of the GP. I have to show up to my Magic Online tournament, question mark. I think I just have to show up to get paid. Like, it doesn't matter how many wins you get. It's a 4-round Swiss tournament, and it doesn't matter how many wins you get. You get basically the reward for qualifying for Magic Online via, you get the reward for qualifying for the PT via Magic Online. Anyway, just wanted to take a quick stop. We've been walking by this each day. This is Progressive Field where the Cleveland Indians play, and I think this is a really sweet touch. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but I guess the action, we're actually above the action. It'd be down there. We're right about, we're on the first level. It's really cool. This is just open to the street, so you can look in and take a peek. You can't actually see what's going on, but you can see all the fans cheering and whatnot. We've got a few monuments here. This is, well, I don't know what part of Cleveland this is, but it's some part of downtown Cleveland. Anyway, we've just been walking by it, and I'm a huge baseball fan, so I thought that was pretty cool. It's not baseball season right now, but it's cool to be able to check out other stadiums aside from AT&T or Oracle Park or whatever the heck the name the stadium the Giants play in is. The event is over and I am at the airport. Luis unfortunately perished in the semifinals, which is unfortunate, although, to be frank, it was expected by most people. After watching the top 8, we went to an escape room and did that. That was a lot of fun. My first and second times participating in that. I'm a big fan of puzzles, although I gotta say, I don't know, for a lot of Magic plays it did feel a little easy. Anyway, I turned my camera on because let's just say I'm glad I'm going to the West Coast. Looks like if you're trying to get to North Carolina or Chicago or just a number of other places on the East Coast, your flight might not be happening tonight. Anyway, well, I had a great time. Sad I'm not going to see those people for a while, and certainly not in the same capacity of playing at PT, but that's how it goes. I'm really looking forward to getting back to my normal Eternal schedule tomorrow. Planning on streaming at 8, although we'll see what happens if I'm just completely out of it from all the travel.
Nope.
Alright, we are in hour number 5 of delays at the Cleveland International Airport. The squad has resorted to team draft number 2. Over here we have GP champion Alan Wu and Max playing ostensibly Commander? No, this is Legacy. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Commander. And to top it all off, I've purchased food at one of those convenience stores. So you know that image with Loki saying, "You must truly be desperate"? Well, I feel like we've hit that point. Alright, it is Tuesday, and I'm back from the Mythic Championship. My flight ended up being delayed a whole 5 hours, and I didn't get in until 2:30 in the morning. So I'm really happy to be back in sunny California, although it is raining right now. It's above 50 degrees. And sleeping in my own bed, it's really nice. Anyway, I just wanted to show off the playmat that, well, I was... of the event that I was collecting signatures on. I am really happy with how this turned out. I just got a lot of friends' signatures on this, and a bunch of people who I didn't know, who I ended up playing or whatnot, and just managed to snag as they were walking by. Notable signatures include top 4 competitor, Louis Scott Vargas of the Mythic Championship, the winner of the Grand Prix of the Magic Fest, Alan Wu, and of course, BDM during his last Mythic Championship. Yeah, I'm really excited about this playmat. It's going to look really nice hanging up next to my Ixalan playmat. As far as the event goes, I had a blast hanging out with everyone, and I mean, I had a blast playing at the Mythic Championship also, but it was kind of a relief that when it was over, not having to worry about results, I guess, and just going off and playing Two-Headed Giants events during the other 2 days. I'm still qualified for an RPTQ that's this Saturday, and we'll see if I can qualify for London again, and if I don't, well, I'm satisfied with what I've done when it comes to the Pro Tour / Mythic Championship in Magic. I mean, the real highlights of the trip were not the tournament itself, but just getting to hang out with everyone, go to dinner, and just chat with people that I spent a lot of time interacting with online. And I guess I'll miss that, but I'm also happy to be back living my normal life of streaming Eternal and hanging out with everyone that stops by my stream. So, yeah, that'll be the end of this vlog. There might be another one if I qualify for, say, Mythic Championship London or the Eternal Championships, so hopefully there'll be something like that in the pipeline, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I wish you the best, and maybe I'll see you around on the internet. Thanks, bye.